Another day of the blessing of waking up with Folgers in your cup. I done drank pretty much a whole pot of coffee this morning already. About to get it in again. All right, we're gonna let this thing cool off for, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes. When I change the oil in this thing, I like it to be somewhat hot, at least warm. It just thins the oil, and the oil flows easier, so it'll all drain out a lot easier when it's warm. If you do that, you got to be very careful because it's hot. We got our oil pan right here tied to the tree. I got to undo that there. Tying it to the tree like that, holding it up, stops it from filling up with water when it rains. So it's just a way to take care of it. I have to say, I really love this spot right here, sitting here. Last night I really enjoyed hanging out up here on the deck in my spot. I could definitely feel the heat rising up, but this is also great right here sitting too. I'm looking forward to doing some cooking and hanging out with my new deck. I got Timber, a blanket up here. He's been lounging up here when I'm chilling. So, pretty cool upgrade. One thing I do notice I want to do is definitely decorate the front with a board. Kind of cover that up a little bit. I think that'll look a lot nicer. And then the other side over here, I was thinking that'll be great firewood storage. And I definitely have to work out a step to step up here. This is a pretty high step. Front's not too bad, but on the side, I would like to do some kind of step to step up here. I'm gonna pull this thing up over the drain pan here. We'll put a block under here. All right, this is mainly for the ladies. That way, if your man ends up having to leave for a little bit, you don't have to tip the whole generator on its face and pour the oil out of the fill hole. So here's the fill hole here. You definitely want to take that off for airflow. And then I believe, yep, that is a 10 millimeter. So you just pull that plug out here. Let me put my gloves back on. Okay, we're gonna take this out for the airflow, because when the oil's coming out, it's going to pull air through. So we'll set that aside. And it's got plenty of oil in it. It's already starting to drain out of the fill hole there. But that's not how you're supposed to drain it. You're supposed to take this plug out. Ow. Take this plug out here. And like I said, it's hot if you've been running it. I am not changing this oil near as much as I should. I think you're supposed to change it like every 48 hours of running it, I believe. It's probably been a good month. So it's pretty dark. So we're gonna let that sit there for, I don't know. I like to just, I'm not using it right now anyway, so I'm just gonna let it sit here and drain for quite a while. Probably, I don't know, an hour or two or whatever. Just let it all drain out. I might even put a little bit more under the back to tilt it a little more. Give it time just to drain out. I'm not using it right now anyway, so I'll definitely fill it back up before I need it later. So we'll just let this sit here. Let the part sit there. I'm gonna tilt it a little more. There we go. We're just gonna let that sit there and drain. What's up, Minty? I think I'm ready to build a table. Let's see what we can throw together here. Alright, we're just gonna go off the top of our head and just start throwing this together. Not much to it, but to do it. Something like that. Level this thing. Looks good that way. Looks good that way. Now we gotta fix it that way. Go. There we go. That's gonna do it. Now we need one going across this way. I don't want it all the way out on the porch. I want it a little inward, like that. I think that ought to be good. Maybe in a little more. Put that up just like that. Where do we want it? About like that. A little bit overhang over the seat some. Something like that. Ain't even gotta be perfect. I'm just gonna eyeball it and make it awesome. That's about 10 inches. This side, yeah, about the same, 10. I think this side, that seat's a little further out than this one. That one's 20. This one's 17. So we're going to remove 3 inches. So if that's 10, we're gonna go 6. That's still gonna be quite a nice sized table there. So we're gonna go 6 on this one. I think we're going just like that. Mark this for our board back here. Where do we want it? About like that. The way it attaches back here, we can put a screw in that. Behind there. Just like that. Measure this the same here. 9 3/4. 9. There we go. Just going to angle these back here so I don't have to take the table down to screw it through the back. So we're going to toenail those. Nice. That's a nice sturdy table. Finish screwing these, then we can put a top on it. Looks like it's at a bit of an angle maybe, but hey, I like character. I had to add me a couple cross things in the middle here because I wasn't thinking, but I want my boards long ways like this on the table. And I guess I should of course cut straight edges on it. I think I'll leave the outside live edge, so I need to cut these 3 straight edges, and it needs to be a little less hangover, so I'm gonna have to calculate how much to cut off of these so they'll fit. Dang right. A few straight edges I gotta cut, and then we're about to have us a nice table to cook us some breakfast. We trimmed this inside one here, screwed it down in place, so now we're just gonna eyeball this where we want it. A little bit of hangover. Eventually this bark's gonna fall off, so I want it out to where I still have an edge if it does come off. So I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm just gonna mark along this other board under here where I need to cut this one. And it should be a perfect fit after I cut it. Ugh. Here we go. Now we got to cut this edge off. Oh yeah. Now we got to notch around this tree a little bit. Half circle there. We'll cut that out with the jigsaw. Oh yeah. There. Trying to avoid that screw that I was hitting. Nice. Exciting. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at this porch and these posts sticking up and just trying to get myself to build a table. Because sometimes your goals outweigh other goals and you put stuff off, but I am very happy that I'm working on this and getting this nice so I can prep food and cook and have a place, another spot to do stuff I gotta do. All right, one more. I'm gonna do this one the same way. Kind of eyeball it up here. A little bit of hangover, not too much. That looks good, I think. Let's mark it, cut it, and screw her on down. Oh, where are we at? We're gonna go ahead and get us a couple potatoes baking a little bit. Get the party started. Do a little trick here. Let's find our edge where we want this cut. See if we can create us a curve here for the front. There we go. There we go. Nice curve. Now eventually we'll sand this thing and put some finish on it. Then we got our other seat, which is kind of a little weathered, but it'll do for now until I can come up with some new ones. I definitely need to trim this one shorter, like that one. A lot shorter, but not bad. Good height. Oh yeah. This is about to be the simplest little brunch ever. 4 eggs. Whoa, those are cooking a little hot. Back that up some. Just making it simple. Just a couple plain baked potatoes, like 4 eggs. Got our oil warming up a little bit by the fire. Get that a little warm and thinned out so it's easier to pour in there. Matter of fact, I gotta get my oil bottle that I use. I like to use this thing right here. It's got a spout on it. It's actually it's a fuel bottle for a remote control car. It holds about a quart. So it's pretty much perfect for the generator. So once our oil warms up a little bit, we'll pour it in here. Dynamite fast fill fuel bottle, but it works for oil also. So we'll pour some oil in this and then we'll transfer it to the generator. Now I need to wash my hands. Oh yeah, we could flip them. Pretty. Oh yeah. Oh, potatoes look a little, they look a little cooked. Oh yeah. Try not to tear our table up before we get a finish on it. Oh, the potatoes might actually be real good. Skin's a little dark, but oh yeah, looks nice. Try our new table out. Let me see. I think we're gonna put some salt on here. On the eggs. I don't know, maybe the potatoes too. Oh yeah, nice and soft. Lovely. Man, running out of salt. I think we're gonna try us a little bit of roasted garlic and herbals. Whoa, a little light. And the eggs, we're gonna do us a tiny bit of Texas Pete on here. Just simple. Simple with a little bit of spice. Not too much. And then we're gonna turn our baked potato into a steak. At our brand new table. I love it. Now we gotta go fill up our generator so we got power. Pretty simple but healthy. Can't go wrong with eggs and potatoes. Dang right. I'm gonna finish tearing this up. I'll be back with you shortly. Looks all drained. Put this plug back in. Let's give it a good hand tighten, not too tight at all. And now we'll get it fill this thing up. This fill hole is kind of down under there. That's why I like this with a spout on it. Then you don't need a funnel or anything. Come off, cat. So you got your funnel here. You just reach in there and fill it on up. And on a generator like this, you can pretty much fill it up until it starts coming out. That's pretty much how you know it's full. Because it'll just start, it'll flow over the opening. think I might actually need a tiny bit more. I guess I did drain it all out good. I'm gonna go add a little more in here and fill it until it kind of starts dripping out the front. This thing takes usually a full quart. So usually a quart will pour right into here, as long as you get all the oil out. And there we go. We are dripping. Can we go a little more? There it is. Kind of dripping out the front, so you know it's full. Just the thread in there. You don't want to cross thread the plastic, that's for sure. All right, that's tight, filled up. We're ready to run this thing for, I don't know, however much longer until I decide to change it again. I don't really need to run it right now, but it's fresh for when I do. Thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed my quick table build, my brunch, and changing oil in a Champion generator. I think I'm actually going to spend a little bit of time today. It's still pretty early. I mean, it ain't late at all. It's still like afternoon. So I'm gonna focus on changing the oil in the truck. Probably just do it solo on my own and get it done. Until the next project. See y'all later.